Let's go to page 118, and this is lesson 3-4. And the objective of this lesson is to find an equation of a line. And when you have equation, you have like a ax plus by equal to c. So this is the standard form, okay? And so you need to kind of be familiar with different forms. Now the equation that you're going to use mostly would be the point slope form. So you got y minus y1 equal to m times x minus x1. Okay, so this is the standard form. So we're going to deal with this more later. But for now, we're going to use this one over here. Okay, this is called a point slope form because when you have a point, so this is your point, one point, and that's your slope. So when you're giving the point and slope, use the point slope form. Okay, so let's go over example. So example 1, it says find the equation in the standard form of the line containing, so the point is at 4, -3, and having a slope of -2/5. Okay. So again, you have a point, you have the slope, so you use the point slope form. Okay, so this is your first point. There's only one point, right? So this point number 1. So that's your x1, y1. Okay, so you put everything in here. So you got y minus, again, whatever you substitute, put in the parentheses. Okay. And the next step is going to try to work everything out, get rid of all the parentheses. So you got y plus 3 equal, okay, and round up everything. So you distribute, so you're going to get -2/5x. Distribute, negative times negative is positive. 2 times 4 is 8/5. Then the next step is to get rid of the fraction. So to get rid of fraction, you multiply everything by common denominator. So multiply everything by 5. So make sure you multiply every term by 5. So that becomes 5y plus 15 equal, and this will cancel with us would be -2x. This cancel with us with plus 8. Now you have to put in the standard form, so you have to put in this form. That means all the variables go to the left side, the number go to the right hand side. So plus 2x plus 2x, so this will cancel out, minus 15 on both sides. So this cancel out. So you get 2x plus 5y is equal to -7. Okay, and that's your standard form. Now standard form, the numbers have to be integers. Okay, cannot have a decimal, cannot have a fraction, and you want to lower as much as you can. And this one has to be positive, cannot be negative. Okay, so again, that's your standard form. Okay, let's go to example 2. Okay, example 2, you're giving 2 points. Okay, you got 1, -2, and 5, 1. Okay, now when you have 2 points, then what you need to do is you need to go ahead and find the slope first. So this is your point number 1, point number 2. So that's your x1, y1. That's your x2, y2. Okay. So again, because to use this, you need to have a slope. But right now you don't have a slope, so you need to get the slope first. Okay. So m equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So that's your formula for the slope. So slope equal to y2 is 1 minus y1. Again, whenever you substitute point in parentheses, you help you to keep track of your negatives. And then you have 5 minus 1. Right? So again, y2, y1, x2, x1. So the slope is going to be equal to 3/4. Okay. Now once you have a slope, and you can use a point and a slope. Now you can use any point. Okay. So let's go ahead and use the point slope form. So y minus y1 equal to n. Okay. Times x minus x1. Okay, so substituting here, so y minus y1 is -2. The slope we just found over here, so it'd be 3/4. X minus x1 is 1. Okay, So now you can get rid of parentheses, so let's work everything else. So this becomes y plus 2. When you distribute, you get 3 over 4x. Okay, and this one distribute minus 3 over 4. Okay, next step is get rid of the fraction. So multiply everything by common denominator. So multiply everything by 4. So this becomes 4y plus 8 equal, this cancel out, so become 3x. This cancel become minus 3. Okay, so now to bring everything to the other side, right? So you have to put in the standard form. So minus 3x on both sides, so this will cancel out. Minus 8 on both sides, so this will cancel out. So you got negative 3x plus 4y equal to negative 11. Okay, but remember standard form cannot have a negative in the beginning. Okay, you're always positive. So the times it by everything by negative 1. So you got 3x minus 4y equal to 11. Okay, let's go to page 119. Now here's another form. You have y equal to mx plus b. So this is the slope-intercept form. Okay, because this is the slope and this is the intercept. Okay? Okay, so let's go over example 3. It says find the equation in standard form of the line having the slope equal to negative 2 and y-intercept. Y-intercept is the b. Okay, so that's the y-intercept. So b equal to 4 over 3. Okay, so you have a slope, you have intercept, so use it. So whatever you're giving, you're using the proper form. So with this one, you don't want to use this form. Okay. Okay, so you got y equal to negative 2x plus 4 over 3. Okay, so you can let your slope intercept. Right. So this goes in here, and this goes over here, the slope intercept. Okay, now you need to go and get it into the standard form. So you got to move this over, so plus 2x, plus 2x. Now you can get rid of the fraction also. Again, it doesn't matter which order you do. So you got 2x plus y equal to 4 over 3. Okay? But remember, standard form, you're not allowed to have a fraction, right? So you have to multiply everything by common denominator to get rid of the fraction. So this becomes 6x plus 3y equal to 4. Okay, and that's it. Okay, next thing on page 119. Okay, so you have the line 1 and line 2. Okay, now if the slope of this line 1 is equal to the slope of line 2, so the slope of this equal to slope that, then they are parallel. So line 1 is parallel to line 2. Okay, again, if you have the same slope, then the two lines are parallel. Okay. Now, if m1 times m2 equal to negative 1, okay, then L1 is perpendicular to L2. Okay, what it's saying is that when you multiply equal to negative 1, okay, so for example, if you have 2/3 times negative 3 over 2, okay, so if this is equal to 2/3 and this equal to negative 3 over 2, so when you multiply this equal to negative 1, then in this case, they are perpendicular, okay. And another way to tell is by looking at the numbers. Notice that negative reciprocal. Reciprocal means they are flipped upside down. This is 2 over 3, this is 3 over 2, and one is positive, one is negative. Okay. So in this case, these two would be perpendicular line. Okay. Okay, so let's go to example 4. Okay, it says let P be the point 4, 1. Okay, and so L1 is 2x plus 5y equal to negative 10. Okay. Okay, so A, you're looking for parallel line. Looking for parallel line. Okay. So when you have this kind of situation, okay? If the line is going to be parallel to that means they're going to have the same slope. Okay? And remember, when you have the equation, the slope, here's another thing that you should know. When you have equation, the slope equal to negative a over b. So this is your a, that's your b, and these two numbers controls the slope. Okay, so these two numbers control the slope. And so we kind of covered this in the earlier section, right? So the L2, right away, since it's going to be parallel to that, so L2, you're going to have the same slope. Therefore, it's going to have the same number. Okay, and so this will equal to a number. Okay, so you need to figure out what this number is. Now, to find what this number is, you put this into here. Okay, you put this into here. Okay, and again, you can use any symbol. I'm just, I'm going to use n for number. Okay, again, you can use any symbol. So this will equal to a number. Okay, and to get this number, since this line had to go through this point, okay, then this will be your x and this your y. So you can put this in here to find out what this n will equal to. Okay. Now you don't want to put in here directly because you're gonna end up getting confused. So go to the side. Okay, and you substitute into here. So 2 times 4 plus 5 times 1 equal to n. So you got 8 plus 5 equal to n. So n equal to 13. Okay, and you put it back into here. Okay, and so 2x plus 5y equal to 13. Okay, so that is your parallel lines. So this is a quick way of doing it. Now there are other ways to do it, but this is an easier way to do it. Another way to do it is you have to look for the slope and you do all other stuff. Okay, so you can follow the method in the book if you want to, but since this is giving this form, so just use this form. Okay. Okay, for B, you're looking for perpendicular, right? Again, so you want the line to go to 0.41, and L1 equal to 2x plus 5y equal to negative 10. So first you have to do the L2, okay? Now remember, if they are perpendicular, the slope is going to be negative reciprocal, okay? That means you switch the two numbers, so it becomes 5x and 2y. So first you switch these two numbers and make the sign opposite. Okay, again, that's what the perpendicular line is. And remember what we covered earlier, right? Okay, so when you have perpendicular line, okay, so again, perpendicular line, their number would be negative reciprocal. So when you reciprocal, that means you switch the number. Okay, that's what it would do. Okay, so again, perpendicular line, the slope would be negative reciprocal. So switch the number, make it opposite, and this will equal to a number. Okay. And since this line had to go through this point, so you have to use this point to figure out what this number is. Okay? Again, go off to the side so you don't confuse your major steps. So you got 5x minus 2y equal to n. So you got 5 times 4 minus 2 times 1 equal to n. So you got 20 minus 2 equal to n. So n equal to 18. Okay? Then once you find n equal to 18, you put back in here. So again, you don't want to do too many steps over here. Okay, you want to go off to the side to do minor steps, so you don't confuse with the major steps. Okay, and so this method is much more quicker. Have a less step you have to deal with. Okay, now you always can find the slope first, and then use a point slope form to find that. Okay, that's fine too. Okay, so let's go ahead and do it the other method. Okay. Okay, so again, let's go to example 4, and let's go and do it the other method. Okay, so you have the point at 4, 1, and the line 1 is a 2x plus 5y equal to negative 10. So from here, the slope is going to be equal to negative a over b. So slope equal to negative 2 over 5. Okay, so now you have a point and a slope. So you have to use a point slope form. So you're going to have a y minus y1 equal to m times x minus x1. Okay, and you put up everything in here, so that's your x, so the point 1, so x1, y1, right? Okay, so put everything in here, so you got y minus 1 equal to negative 2 over 5 times x minus 4. Okay, and work everything out, so you got y minus 1 equal to negative 2 over 5x, and multiply, you get plus 8 over 5. Your next step is multiply everything by 5. So you got 5y minus 5 equal to negative 2x plus 8. Okay? And then you have to put in the standard form, so plus 2x. So this will cancel out, plus 5. So this will cancel out. So you get 2x plus 5y equal to 13. Okay? And that's what we have, right? But you see that you have, it's a lot of steps. Over here it's much quicker, right? Much easier. Okay. Now let's go and do the part B, perpendicular. Okay? So you can point at 4, 1. And the line 1 is 2x plus 5y equal to negative 10. Okay, so again, the slope equal to negative a over b, right? So this your m1, the slope 1, okay? Now, because the perpendicular, so m2 is going to be negative reciprocal, so it'd be 5 over 2, okay? So 5 over 2, again, is negative reciprocal, so the fraction gets flipped upside down and the sign become opposite, okay? So now, you can again use your point slope form. So you got y minus y1 equal to m times x minus x1, right? Using the point slope form. Okay, and after that, work everything out. So y minus 1 equal to 5 over 2x minus 20 over 2. Don't worry about simplifying yet. And then you multiply everything by 2 to get rid of the fraction. So you got 2y minus 2 equal to 5x minus 20. Then move this over. And move this over. So you got negative 5x plus 2y equal to negative 18. But you have to times by negative 1. Okay, so you're going to get 5x minus 2y equal to 18. Okay, and that's what we get, right? So same. And notice how quick this is compared to this, right? So this is an easier method, but you can use whatever method is you feel comfortable with.